Yo, what's poppin' peeps? You got your boy Nandra here. Welcome to another video. So for this video, this is gonna be the concept games for my new Rune deck, which I know a lot of you guys like seemed interested in. So let's go and hop into the games. Thankfully, or unfortunately, there were a lot of misplays, both on my part and my opponent's parts. And the misplays on my end are kind of good, just because this way, if I acknowledge them and I point them out, I can go ahead and like show you guys like what not to do, which is the purpose of why I make these videos in the first place. So this first game is gonna be versus Haven. So versus Haven, you're actually very favored just because like Rune as a whole is pretty favored versus Haven. But for this deck, the reason why you're favored is because like you have so many cards you can just like always throw into like just like Themesis and just like not care. If you ever Themesis once, he just kind of loses because like kind of starts like a snowball effect where you have to keep playing Themis, but he only has 3 and he can't. He's not guaranteed to find all 3. So I kept the Pure Heart Singer. I like keeping Pure Heart Singer just because I didn't know what type of Haven to expect. Like if it's Storm Haven, okay, it's fine. If it's Slow Haven, that's fine too. Just because I want to try to dig to the better cards in my deck. I go ahead and play out the Unica here. If he plays a 2-drop or a 3-drop, I'll go ahead and play out my Grimnir to contest. Otherwise, I'll go ahead and play out the Singer. He plays Birdsong, so now I know he's probably Storm Haven. So here, I'm in a pretty good spot because next turn I'm gonna evolve this. If he banishes like something, I'm still gonna evolve and go face 100%. He plays the Angel of the Word. Now here he makes a misplay. The correct place is to ping one of these. It doesn't matter which one you ping, but the reason why is because you want to feed me misinformation. Additionally, if you have one Angel of the Word in your deck, you're not gonna play that as a one-off. You're probably gonna be playing multiples. At least this way you leave yourself as an out if for some reason you top deck it. So the other reason is because literally it's free misinformation. Free misinformation is very powerful just because like if you do it, you might play into someone who's like self-conscious and they might get paranoid and they might think that, oh well, he's trying to clear this. Well, let me go ahead and try to prevent him from clearing this, and you can kind of like force him to like play into like certain things. Like say for example, if he had pinged this would have been amazing because like I'm probably going to ignore this because he's Haven. I don't care. What I'm afraid of is this Birdsong. So I'll probably go ahead and I would have like evolved this, go ahead and go face, and that would have set me up for Cudgel, Marcher's Tea Time, etc. That would have been like very bad on my part. But I think he was expecting me to evolve and Evo into him. I'm not going to do that just because Marcher's Tea Time is a bad card, or sorry, is a card that exists that punishes me. So here we see me misplay. The correct place to always play with the Scrivener. The reason why is because like look at my hand size. I currently have 7 cards in hand. These will draw when they die, and he's probably going to kill both of them, and I'm going to overdraw. So I do evolve and I do go face just because like all this early game chip damage, it all matters. Like I don't know if he has heals, but I want to go ahead and get and keep him low. Here he plays up the Marcher's Tea Time for the punish. Now let's go ahead and pause here. We see here that like this would have been a 4-3, so he would have been able to kill. He was being able to kill that for free, and unless I had police, I had nothing in this deck that would be able to evo into this properly. So you say, so he is getting punished for having made that like line of play. But here, I'm gonna get punished. I'm gonna be forced to overdraw. Granted, I don't really care that much if I overdraw because I'm only overdrawing 1, and there are a lot of cards in this deck that like I'm perfectly fine with overdrawing because I play a lot of 2-drops. Like if I like the only one that I'm like I guess like upset maybe about overdrawing is maybe the Israfil, but other than that I think I'm fine. Yeah, I overdraw the Unica, which is like whatever. So here I play the Fleece, and because of my choices from earlier, because I just like felt like he didn't have it because I was playing like very aggressively, I now am forced to trade with the Fleece. The reason why you trade here is because we don't know if he has Tribunal. We don't know if he has Garuda in his hand, and both of those are disastrous for me. So I want to go ahead and just like evolve and just trade. Additionally, another card he could have is not Jormungand, but Heresy's Avatar. That would also be a punish if I did not make the trade. Here, when he plays out the Healing Angel, that's fine. He makes the value trade. He does actually find the second Angel of the Word, or maybe he had it all along. Who knows? He gets space. And now we're at the good part. We're at the part of the game where like my deck just kind of like, well, I mean, my deck is favored versus his at all points of the game. But now we're at the point of the game where he's gonna feel it. So I top decked the Lyrial. Granted, there were so many different cards that I could have top decked and I would have been fine. Like for example, Hector, fine. Lightning Lancer, fine. Another Felice, also fine. but I top deck the Lyrial, so the Lyrial lets me go Lyrial, Evo, ping off his 4-1, play out the Grim to ward up, and I'm in a great spot, because now the best card for him to have here would be Dark John. If he has Dark John, that's like not good for me, but aside from that, and aside from the Themis, he's in a very, very awkward spot. Here he plays a Cudgel, which is not scary because he doesn't have evolves anymore. And so now, you see this? He didn't clear my board. So because he didn't clear my board, this is the turn where I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get aggressive. So if I wasn't like saving this like Saha Quill for the Zeus, and if I had like picked up Israfel, I definitely would have gone Saha Israfel here, and that would have been amazing. But I decided to just go ahead and get aggressive, so I'm going to go ahead and go Hector on his 1/3. Go ahead and clear that up to get him 1 more damage to go face. Like, I'm only gonna make this one trade here. The reason why I make this trade is, like, you might be questioning why, but I made the trade just because I felt like at the time that the two like damage didn't really matter. Additionally, I want if he has a scripture that he has to make a bad trade in order to get the scripture. Now, granted, he could always just, like, you know, scripture this 4-2 that's already a 4-2, but at least this way, I still have my 4-4 ward up, which makes it so if he wants to make trades, he has to get through the ward, or he has to play a Tribunal, but the Tribunal, because I have so many, like, spare targets, like, there's a chance that I might not hit face. Or, sorry, that might not hit the correct target. But here, he plays a Tarnished Girl. The Tarnished Girl does confirm my suspicions that I had when he played out the Healing Angel, that he was, in fact, Heresy's avatar. But this is fine. The reason why this is fine is because I have the Petrification in my hand. The Petrification means that, like, unless he has Garuda to force this through, I can just go ahead and when this is on, like, 1 mana, or sorry, when this is on, like, 1 countdown or something like that, I can go ahead and turn it into a snowman, and then just, you know, I'll be fine. So this turn, I'll definitely go ahead and go Witch of Sweets. Maybe I pick up a 2-drop, maybe I pick up a 1-drop, something like that, who knows. Now, if you're afraid of overdrawing, you can go ahead and you can play out the Grimnir as opposed to the Carrot. I only played up the Carrot just because, like, I felt like if he was going to Themis, he would have already Themis. So it's like, unless he like top decks it now, like, I'm gonna be fine. And this way I can go ahead and hold on to the Grimnir for something else in the future. But I don't really need to care. Like, I just need to, you know, like, not like overdraw that much. Next turn will definitely be a Saha turn, but the only question is, will I be Sahaing a Zeus or will I be Sahaing an Israfel? However, he wards up to stymie my plans. Now I can't actually kill him this turn. So now what we're gonna see me do is I'm gonna go ahead and go Saha for Israfel. I go for the Saha for Israfel because, like, I want to hide the fact that I have a Zeus in my hand. Granted, he already knows that he needs to ward up every single turn, but I felt that by doing this by doing this line of play, I push in a little bit more damage. It's only 1 extra damage, but by pushing 1 extra damage, I go ahead and I have a massive. I go ahead and I have a lot of creatures in play. I have 4 creatures in play, and then from there he goes to 3. Him being at 3 is actually very, very significant. The reason why is because, like, if for some reason he's able to clear this board, and if for some reason I didn't have the Zeus in my hand, because the staircase is popping, that would give me 4 draws to either find a Hector or to find the Zeus. Yeah, 4 draws to either find one of those and then kill him. The Hector in particular, because the Hector would be able to get through an additional ward by just going ahead and going face immediately. Thankfully, though, I am probably going to overdraw this turn if he does in fact have the Themis, but it won't matter because he'll just be dead. Like, also for those of you wondering, the reason why I decided to leave up his 4/5 Tin Soldier is because of the fact that, like, he's Haven. He literally can't kill me. Like the only thing I had to be, like, scared of possibly is for him to have, like, say, Hollow Dogma into Hollow Dogma on the Tarnished Grail. The Tarnished Grail activates. And then for him to pull up a Distance Damnation. But even if that happens, I don't care. I literally don't need to care because I can still pressure him out. But yeah, he plays out the Zodiac Demon. doesn't drop anything relevant, and it's just dead on board. So the big part about that game was just, you know, like I got to play aggressive as possible because like he didn't find like any of the things he would have wanted. Like he didn't find scriptures, he didn't find Themis. Like I was kind of crazy. For this next game, this game is gonna be Shadowcraft versus Shadowcraft. Like again, like you're gonna try to play it out the same way that you play it out as the versus Haven. However, it's a little bit different because like if it is in fact mid-range Shadow, you're gonna be under a little bit of pressure. But if it's Atomy Shadow, this deck does amazing versus Atomy Shadow. Why? Because the majority of the creatures that you want to evolve, they all just happen to naturally kill Atomy, which is pretty ridiculous. Like for example, Felice. If you get a Felice for like 6 or 8 or whatever, the Atomy's just dead. With Hector activation plus Evo is 9 damage to a target, so if the Atomy ever traded is dead. And then lastly, Lightning Lancer is with Evo is 5 plus 3, that's 8. If the Atomy is not at full HP and also evolved, then you get to go 1 for 1, and that's fine. So because I'm afraid of Atomy, I'll go ahead and I'll keep the Felice. I pick up the Lightning Lancer, so that kind of made me sad. And now I pick up yet another answer to the Atomy. I'm like, oh, okay, alright then. So I'm really hoping he's Atomy now, okay, because I have answers for days. But here he plays with the Lurching Corpse. He plays out for tempo. When he played out for tempo, I kind of like instantly knew that he was probably mid-range Shadow. I go ahead and I play out the Pure Heart Singer. So this one is a bit of an interesting turn. It's one of those turns that like it made sense to me at the time, but in actuality, it was probably maybe a misplay on my part. So I play it out because in my mind, winning the 50-50 here is amazing, because this means that I get to like maybe draw something better than this Lightning Lancer, which I maybe might want to use for something else. Like say maybe I draw another Witch of Sweets, and I also get to hold up the Witch of Sweets as a 2/1 to go ahead and contest like Belinus or Tempo Soul Squasher. It also seemed really cute at the time, so I went for it, but I fail it. Or you could say I win it because of what happens next. He has the Bone Chimera. So if I had been looking at my mulligans, I would have known I would have known for sure that he had the Bone Chimera. And I definitely would not have gone for that play, but sometimes lucky, I guess. So here, the correct play is to play out the Lightning Lancer. You play out the Lightning Lancer because, like again, like if he is Atomy, you already have an answer for it next turn. That's fine. Like you don't mind forcing him to want to evolve into this in order to kill it, because again, he is actually one evolve up on you. So you want to go ahead and force him to use that evolve as quickly as possible. But instead, I play out the Kai'Sa. I played out the Kai'Sa so this way I would have like better things going on later, because I figured that like that next turn and the turn after were gonna be turns where I wanted to play Felice. But here, he goes Zombie Party, and he uses his first evolve to get aggressive. So, it's very, very nice for me that he decided to do that, and also that I made the turn before to go ahead and bump into the Bone Chimera. I know that might have looked really, really weird to you guys, but when you play versus Shadow, you want to pop their last word minions on your terms. Like you want to pop it when you know that there's no way that they can pop off with it and go ham as fuck. Like for example, you want to do that so that way you can play around Demon Eaters, play around soul conversions, and lastly play around Erd. Erd is the biggest one, because like you don't know who is and who isn't running Erd. If they Erd something like say a Nintendo tonight, you probably lose that game, because that's a lot of crazy shit that you have to deal with. So here, this turn, I'm gonna make a very, very interesting turn, which I guarantee is gonna confuse both you as well as my opponent. So there are two different lines I could have gone for here. I could have just gone for the Lightning Lancer and use that now. But I think I'll go ahead and hold the Lightning Lancer for say like next turn, because I also want to get aggressive on him as well, because he got aggressive on me. And so I'll go Felice this turn, Felice to kill this, but I will not be evoing this Felice. I will instead actually be evolving this Pure Heart Singer. By evolving the Pure Heart Singer, I go ahead and I get two things. One, I get a very, very large budded minion in play. Additionally, I go ahead and I get my 3 damage. And then lastly, because he has 4 shadows, the reason I wanted to play around Soul Squasher. So if he uses Soul Squasher on this, I don't care. Like it already did its job. It already popped the Bone Chimera for me, and then also got me 3 damage, as well as drew me 2 cards. Like and then the Fleece is just like a massive annoyance from it as well. So Additionally, if the fleece sticks, the fleece makes all of my future trades easier because it's unevolved, so you can't actually kill it unless he has something very, very large to trade into it. So if he had Series of the Night here, that would have been great for me. But instead, yep, there's a Soul Squasher. Here, he's going to evolve. When he evolves, I'm like, oh, okay, well, does he have Balance plus Soul Conversion? Huh. But in actuality, he actually just has a second zombie party. So seeing the second zombie party from him is good for me, because, like, the zombie party is probably one of the scariest things in his deck, aside from the Thane and aside from the Ektar, because, like, I still don't have my Saha Israfil yet. I don't even have my Saha yet. So I want to go ahead and try to, like, find one of those, but, like, I don't have, like, any more, like, reasonable draw that I can, like, play at a good turn. I'm also out of Evolves, too, so this is actually going to be the scary part of this game. So I go ahead and I Lightning Lance, and then the trade. So, because I just saw Soul Squasher, I'm not expecting a second one to want to come out. But unfortunately, he has a second Soul Squasher. The second Soul Squasher is great here for him, because this does actually mean that he doesn't need to evolve if he doesn't want to, because, yeah, why would you evolve here? So here, he gets to play out Series, heals up for 2. So this turn, there was merit to me going ahead and using Petrify on the Series of the Night, but I chose to hold off, just because... Sorry. But I chose to hold off just because, like, Petrify is better on Thane and it's better on Ektar. I still don't have my Saha, and not having the Saha is hurting me, but this is still fine. I definitely want to go ahead and get rid of the Series of the Night, because Series of the Night invalidates any single 2-drop I want to play, because the Series can just kill it for free without having to evolve. I want to take that away from him. I want him to give me that last evolve. So I'll go ahead and I'll go Felice here. Felice is nice because, again, as I said previously, he can't actually kill it that easily unless he has exactly Ektar or unless he has Thane. He has Thane. Again, like, we already kind of knew that he probably had the Thane. So here, I felt like he actually misplayed, maybe, possibly, I'm not sure. You get more damage if you trade in your Skull Beast into my Carrot. But here, I just go and go Petrification. I should have maybe used the second Petrification if I was, like, say, really afraid of Ektar, because by leaving up everything I'm leaving up, I'm actually gonna, if he plays Ektar, I go to 1 HP. That's terrifying. But I'm not gonna put him on having Ektar. I mean, there's a world in which I do, but I'm not gonna do that just because, like, I don't know, like. You could argue that I was definitely playing greedy, but I was just, like, very, very conservative. I go ahead and I play out Lucifer. So Lucifer is a desperation attempt. Now, the good thing about this is that he actually has to trade into it unless he has lethal, because he's already used three soul conversions. Additionally, current versions of Midrange Shadow don't play Necro Assassin anymore. So the only way he gets rid of this is if he has exactly a second Lurching Corpse plus a Demon Eater or, like, a soul conversion, or unless he trades. If he makes trades, that's, like, fine for him too, because he basically pushes the same amount of damage that he would have that I healed for, so it's like whatever. So I'm still like, an awkward spot. But when he trades here, I know that he doesn't have the Ektar, so I'm like, cool, awesome, we live in. I go back down to 8, and then 6, but here, unless he has the second Thane, which I don't think he does because he made all the trades that he made, this now frees me up to go ahead and just Grimnir his ass on 10, which I guarantee you he was not expecting. Now, the Grimnir is both good and bad. It's good because I get that full clear, but it's bad because the Lurching Corpse is in the way. So if I do that, then the Lurching Corpse is going to... Sorry. Then the Lurching Corpse is going to... Well, words are hard. Okay, got it. Then the Lurching Corpse is going to kill off the Grimnir. But that's fine, because right now I'm at 6. No one card kills me from this spot. No one card. He has Phantom Howl. I go to 1, but 1 is not 0. So I'm still alive as long as I can dodge Thane. Thane is the only thing. Thane as well as second Phantom Howl are the only two things that can kill me without him actually needing to attack me. So So this turn, this is going to be the desperation. This is going to be a turn where I have to freak out and start trying to like dig for wards or dig for heals. I find the Unica is actually insane here because like he's already used 3 zombie parties, so like he can't actually get rid of the Unica. So again, as long as I can dodge Thane plus Activator, or as long as I can dodge Phantom Hell, so as long as I can dodge possibly 2 cards in his 24 card deck, I'll be fine. So we're gonna go ahead and see me go Singer to dig for a card. I'll go ahead and play a second Singer to dig for 1 more card. I was really just mainly looking for the second Grimnir, but I don't get it. But I do get the Bahamut. The Bahamut plus the Unica are very, very strong here because like the Unica has to be removed. Like so if he has Ector, he has to play it next turn. He plays that, I go Bahamut, bam. Like now the Bahamut won't actually set up a 2-turn lethal because he is in fact at like 18. But which means that if I want to kill him, I have to not only find Zeus, I also need him to not commit cards. But he goes Bone Chimera here into Prince Catacombs, which is great for me because that's not killing me. I go up to 3 now. So now at 3, I'm like I don't die to any one card outside of now Phantom Hell and outside of Tyrant. So this turn, I do misplay. The correct place to go Petrification on this, bump here, bump here. The reason why you do that is because so this way you get 2 draws. Now what I'm looking for with these draws are any type of ward. If I find any ward at all, I win the game because he can't actually kill me. But I'm trying to play for value here. I don't need to play for value because look at how many cards I control. I literally have a full hand. I literally have a full hand, 3 cards on the board. He has 0 cards in play. But I'm playing for value. And now the question is, will I die in the pursuit of said value? Again, he has to play Ektar here, and the amount of outs he has is now quickly dwindling. He plays Death's Breath, but Death's Breath is not something that removes the Unica, so that's not good. Here, I find the Grimnir for the ultimate punish, because now I go ahead and I just Grimnir his ass. The correct play actually is to go ahead and play up the Singer, but instead I just go ahead and go for the Grimnir because like the Grimnir was closer. Sorry, because the carrots were closer to the Grimnir. So now I go ahead and I'm threatening lethal. I'm behind a ward. I have the Unica as well, so he has to have Ektar here. It's do or die with Ektar. Doesn't find it, so he loses. So the big thing about that game is just like he used his first zombie party really aggressively, which is fine. I mean, like I probably maybe would have done the same thing. But ultimately, like he got punished because like he needed it. He needed to have it later. He didn't have it, and he just couldn't do anything. That game was scary close, like unbelievably close. So this last game is versus Runecraft. So versus Runecraft, like you can safely assume that it's going to be D shift, but like however. There are other like versions of Runecraft that are kind of like popular right now that are like in the meta game. Like for example, there's Daria Rune, and then there's also Dirt Rune. So I'm going to assume as it's actually D shift because that's the most popular. And now my hand that I have is actually amazing versus D shift because right now in my hand I have 6 to 8 damage in my hand right now. I say 6 to 8 because I'm going second, so I'll go ahead and go with Sweets. Sweets might live. If it lives, I get my 2 damage. If it dies, that's whatever. I don't care. Like it, because most likely going to replace itself. Then on 3, I go ahead and I'll play Singer. He's not going to kill the Singer because a lot of people are kind of like risk adverse. If he doesn't kill Singer, I have Wall the Singer. I go face for 3. I have the Hector. By this point in time, I should have 3 neutrals, so that's 3 more damage. So he's effectively at 12 from the get-go. I just need to find more damage from there in order to kill him. He passes on 1, which is a good sign for me because now I only have to worry about K-Glow. I pick up the Felice as well, so now he's effectively at 8. He gets a Magic Missile. Alright, so unfortunately, I do not draw a Runecraft card. I do not draw a neutral card. I actually draw a Runecraft card, so my Witch of Sweets won't draw, but that's fine, because I already have everything I need. I can play it out for tempo. And here he goes Insight. I'm expecting to get Wind Blasted here, but he has the K-Glow instead, which is fine. But now we're going to see this play. So I literally told myself at the start of this game that this is what I was going to do, but seeing the K glow kind of threw me off. Now, oh sorry, it was a combination of both seeing the K glow as well as the fact that if I have the staircase in my hand. Now again, I already just literally said that I don't need to draw cards. Like the amount of draws that I would get from playing out the staircase are literally comparable to the amount of draws I'm going to get from playing out all of these. Like, so I definitely should just like play out this. The reason why you play out this is because again, he's not going to want to kill it. I effectively have him at, I believe, 10. So I just need to, stick to the game plan. But I don't stick to the game plan. I do something silly, and now I'm in a spot where I can lose. So I do actually have him at 6 HP, but it's going to take a while to do all of that to do all of what I said. And now I can no longer guarantee on the 3 damage because he's probably going to kill this. Like, there was a chance he wouldn't kill the singer, but he's definitely going to remove this. Yep, he removes it. So now I put myself a little bit further away from my damage threshold, which is not good. So here I go Witch of Sweets into Witch of Sweets. Only one of them draws. Like, and now I'm in a very, very awkward spot because now, like, he spell boosted 6 times. He spell boosted 6 times, which means that now his Fire Embraces, if he has them there, 2. If he has Owl, like, which again, he drew a lot of cards too. So if he has Owl, if he has anything like that, like, nothing, no damage I make, like, sticks. Like, so I've effectively put myself in a spot where I can lose this game. However, this turn we're gonna go ahead and see my opponent throw. So here he goes Magic Owl. Into Piercing Rune. Into Angelic Snipe. So when he plays out the Angelic Snipe here, I know 100% he's going to probably play Daria on me. I'm like, okay, I'm ready. So the good and bad thing about the Daria is that, like, yes, ordinarily this would be a terrifying board state because I wouldn't be able to deal with it. Like, if he rips off Ogglers off this as well, that's terrifying for me. But he does not. So now that we're in the spot, he threw away those like 9 spell boosts, which might have been on a D shift in order to make this kind of board and try to win faster. But I can punish him for that because this turn I can go Hector, ping this, trade here. I make this trade here as opposed to here because the Daria is actually kind of hard for this deck to kill. Like, I mean, granted, I can actually kill it at the moment with the current hand that I have now, but I want to go ahead and just remove it this way. Now by removing it this way, I go ahead and I have a ward in the way. Now the ward in the way is kind of nice because it means like he's probably going to be forced to like want to like remove this somehow, and this way I like stop taking damage for this turn. So. But I'm still under a lot of pressure. However, now I don't have to worry as much about the D shift. Here he goes Frozen Mammoth. So when he goes Frozen Mammoth, that's big because like I know that he would only ever play this unless he can activate it next turn. So I have to be wary about that because like there's a chance I could get myself double Dariad. He goes Space for 3, and so now this turn. We already know 100% of the time that I'm going to petrify this. I have to. I can't just leave it up. So I'd rather do it now as opposed to later. So with the remaining 3 mana, we have 3 options. We can go ahead, 4 options. We can go ahead and play Singer, Unica, Kai'Sa, or Lyriel. The best play is to play out the Unica. We play out the Unica in order to try to force him to trade. However, I was being greedy and being kind of silly, and I wasn't really thinking about like, oh well. What happens if he has chimeras as opposed to Daria's? In my mind, I thought 100% of the time that he actually just had Daria. So I go ahead and I make this line, and now here I do okay. So it's two possible lines of play. There's one line of play in which you actually clear this. Sorry, in which you actually don't clear this, but instead just ping it and trade here. But I'm pretty sure the correct play is to always just like ping face or ping this or whatever, and then just trade here. Yep. I'll go ahead and I'll ping a space. The reason why is because like I don't have another like small size ping in my hands, so I know that 100% of the time he's probably going to be trading here. He himself might have a ping that's like whatever, like, but the face damage might matter. So here he plays with the Chimera. The Chimera is the biggest punish because it's not a Daria. He plays another Chimera into an out. So let's go ahead and think for a second here. If that Mammoth had popped, he would have gotten 2 4/4s, a 6/7, and a 2/2 for all of 6 mana. That's gross. Like, that's actually gross. But now this turn, I go ahead and I believe I misplay this turn. I believe the correct play is to go Hector. Or no, not Hector. It's to go Felice. Like, if I had held onto the Lyrial, this would have been better because I would have been able to clear out both of these, as well as keep the Hector up as a massive ward. But you know, I misplayed it, and now if I lose, like, I 100% deserve to lose it because because of several misplays I made in this game in particular. So I go ahead and I temp out the Unica. The Unica is gonna die, but maybe the Unica soaks me up 2 damage, and that's fine. Instead, it immediately gets Piercing, and I'm like, okay, well, rip me. He goes space, I go down to 5. He also plays a Conjure Golem. So now, because he only has 1 card left in his hand, I know that's probably not. I know that even if it is a D-shift, I'm probably not going to get shifted now. But instead, it's actually the Ogler. So I'm like, okay, all right, cool. Because I've seen the Ogler, I now no longer have to worry about the D-shift. The only thing I have to worry about is him top decking a Daria that pulls a D-shift as well as other things. Because I'm at 5, I do actually should ward this turn, but there's a chance that I don't because I'm greedy. So I'll go ahead and I'll just do this. I'll Hector. So I am going to ward this turn. However, I go ahead and I play up the Unica. It's basically going to be the same game plan as last time. I want to go ahead and try to heal. So here, he goes ahead and uses Magic Missile on my face. You never use Magic Missile on my face. Like you probably want to use it here. The reason why is because, like, you still have some pings. You still have some, like, pings in your deck. Like, and you probably want to get rid of this Unica. Yep, he picks up a ping, so he gets punished. Makes trades. The Unica lives, so just like last time, we're going to go ahead and try to play out card draw in order to try to dig for a ward. If we find the Israel here, or if we find the Lucifer, we just win. I guess Sweets, looking for Grimnir. And now, just like last time, by not warding here, I set myself up in a position to lose. The correct play is to definitely ward up here. The reason why is because, like, I haven't seen any Blade Mages, but I have seen a Daria, so I definitely know that those are cards that exist in this deck. Now, it might seem silly to you, but a combination of something like, say, him going Daria into any combination of either 1 or 2 Blade Mages and either one or two what's it called? Either 1 or 2 Blade Mages or plus any, like, 0-cost spell. In conjunction with Enchanted Sword, any combination of those cards kill me, and there are a lot of possible combinations, like, say, Insight, Fate's Hand, Angelic Snipe. Like the Angelic Snipe is a scarier one. The Angelic Snipe means I will in fact die for not warding up here, but I didn't think about it until after I played out the Singer, because I got greedy. I wanted to dig for more cards, specifically because I was looking for the Israel. The Israel was going to guarantee give me the full heal that I needed. But instead I find Lucifer, which is good enough, because now I never Lucifer the spot. He's in top deck mode, I have a Lucifer in play, if he can't get rid of the Lucifer this turn, he's just dead. Yep, can't do it, boom. So I'm able to take that game, even though, like, I felt like I played, well, sorry, it's not like I felt like, I know that I played very, very sloppy for that game, because, like, I went ahead and I didn't stick to my game plan. It's very, very important that you stick to your game plan unless you have a very, and I mean very strong reason not to. But I don't do it, and I get a little bit punished there, and I could have lost that game. Like, if he had like stayed on the D-shift plan, or if he had been actual, or because there's maybe a slight chance that he might not have been D-shift, but I felt like he was, just because, like, at the time of when I played the game, the Mammoth Daria D-shift list, like, was very, very popular and all over ladder at that point in time. But yeah. But the good thing, like I said at the start of this video, is that, like, when I misplay, I can kind of show you guys, like, what not to do, so this way you guys, like, don't, like, make the same mistakes that I make. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, go and leave a like, go and hit the subscribe button if you haven't.